Okay, so let's review the time management formula for taking courses. Why did I think this was an important thing to review? Is because often I would find people who work full time trying to be a full time student. No, when are you going to study? In your sleep, it does not allow you that much time. So let's go over the rules here about how many units you should take. An example, a 3-unit class, your in-class time is like 3 hours per week. That means study times is 6 hours per week. You're supposed to take the number of units you're enrolled in and times it by 2, equaling 6 hours. So the total time that you're going to spend for one class is about 9 hours a week for a 3-unit class. Therefore, check out the formula. Take the number of units attempted and multiply by 3. Add your answer to work hours per week. If your total is 60 or greater, you have way too many units. Look at the list below. If you're working full-time, you should be taking no more than 2 classes. If you're working 30 hours a week, no more than 9. If you're working 20 hours, then you can go ahead and be a full-time student because you have enough time to study. Okay, and so on and so on. So again, if you're working a full-time job, do not attempt to take a full-time load of courses. All right, now that we know how many classes we should be taking according to how many hours a week that we work, let's talk about the schedule planner. The best and easiest way to search for the courses you need and to create your schedule for the semester is through the use of the MyWeb Schedule Planner. The schedule planner can help you do the following. Locate the academic calendar for registration deadline dates, search for courses offered from both EVC and San Jose City College, create a class schedule, create a day plan for time management, and then register for your courses. The easiest way to get to the schedule planner is go from the Evergreen Valley College homepage, scroll down on the right side until you get to quick links. After you get to quick links, locate MyWeb. After you click MyWeb, you'll see these numbered items to the left here. Click number 1, the schedule planner. Before we begin with how to use the schedule planner, be sure to download a copy of the academic calendar. The academic calendar will provide you with all the important deadline dates for dropping, adding, and everything else. Now, as I said, you can choose which campus you want to be at, EVC or San Jose City, or which campus you want to choose courses from. But we're just going to go with EVC for right now. Now, you can also toggle between what semester, summer or fall. But we're going to stick with fall. And then you pick your select a subject. Usually you're going to have a list of courses from your counselor on what courses to take, but we're just going to do a typical schedule here. We're going to have this person look for English 1A. So you put in English 1A, or English rather, then you select English 1A as the course that you're looking for. Now you can also put in what days and times, but I'm going to suggest you do not do that. Do not do a class start and ends. Just let them pull up all the English 1A courses. So then you have a chance to look through which times you want. Now here's the deal. If you see a day, a time, and it says real time, that means you'll be at home in front of a computer at this day and time when it says real time. However, if it says no day, no time, that means everything is an asynchronous class and the entire class is going to be online like ours is. However, if it gives a day, a time, and a room, like this one here with Savrani Bandri, then you need to be on the campus Monday, Wednesdays, 10:45 to 12, and it gives a room number. So there's 3 types of classes you can take. Once again, at home in front of your computer on a certain day and time, or at the campus at a certain day and time, or everything's going to be all online. It's your choice. But for the sake of this, we're going to pretend that this person wants to be in front of the computer at home. Another good thing about this is it'll tell you if there's a wait list already, or if there is how many seats are left. So this is why this is a really good tool. Instead of searching around, it's going to tell you right here how many seats are left or if there's a wait list. All right, so to select a course, you're going to hit the plus sign. So we're going to go with this one right here. All right, so now this person is going to look for a math class. Math 63, statistics. And we're going to pretend like this person is a business major. So we're going to go to Math 63. And again, check out all the classes. Now look to the right here. There's some clocks. Those clocks mean that these classes are not available to me because I already have a class at this time below. So I have to choose what's available. Okay, and I think I'm going to choose this Monday, Wednesday. So I'm pretending like there's seats still available here, but this is just for the sake of this demonstration. Okay, so let me pick another class. I said they're going to be a business major. Let's choose Business 71, which is one of the requirements for business. So Business 71, again. So this one, I'm going to do Tuesdays and Thursdays with the Mon Gray because I see there's a seat left, okay? And then last but not least, this is a business major. I'm going to go with economics, economics 10A. And for my economics class, I'm going to choose this one right here because I'm pretending like I see a seat there. However, I'm doing this as someone who's looking for classes. You already have a schedule that you're going to put in here for me. All right, so now this person has created a total schedule here. To personalize this, go ahead and place your name on it. All right. And before you register, before you hit that express registration, you can click print worksheet and it'll give you a copy. So you can also do a control save. So let's do that. Now that you have your schedule complete, normally what I would have you do is just go ahead and hit express registration so you can register for these classes. However, for the sake of this homework, these are the classes that you are already enrolled in at this time. What I want you to do is to click on Create Day Plan. And what it's going to do for you is show you what days and what times you have your classes. So what I want you to do is hit Control Save and save a copy of this as Caritha's fall schedule. And save it to your desktop so then you can later access it and submit it as a homework assignment. So this is what you'll be submitting to me as a homework assignment, but for yourself, I want you to map out, since this person is in 12 units, map out when you're going to study. So remember, if you're in 12 units, that means you're supposed to study 24 hours a week. I want you to map out when are you going to study? When are you going to study? Map that out and make time for it and treat it like it's a job. So again, you're going to do Control Save, save this as a copy to your files, and then retrieve it to submit it as a homework assignment. So now we're going to use the schedule that we created and go ahead and register for classes. And after you have your full set of classes, you'll hit Express Registration. After you click Express Registration, you now have to put in your credentials, your user ID, and then your password. And then hit Submit again. And now it's going to pick the courses or place the courses that you've chose into your queue. Now, if there's a seat available in each one of your classes, then you can go ahead and use Action for All, register. However, if you're going to have to be on the wait list for one of these, then you can no longer use the Action for All. You'll have to do them individually. So for this AJ class, there's a lot of seats available. So we're going to say register. For the art class, we're going to be on the wait list. For this class, we're going to add, there's a lot of seats, and for this one as well, we're going to add. You will then click Submit, and it's going to place you in all of those classes. So now you are enrolled in all of your classes. However, to drop the classes, all you have to do is click under the drop button, the little box, and it will drop you from the classes that you do not want to be in. Now we're dropping them. So as you can see, this is the easiest way to create your schedule and register yourself for classes. So as you can see, the best way to search for classes, the best way to set your schedule up, and the best way to register for classes is through the schedule planner. In the future, I hope that you all use this to select your courses and to register for your courses.